All right, we are back, people. I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm here with Chris, as always, for another Safe on Talk episode. What's up, Chris?
What up, D? What up?
Oh, another beautiful day. It's always so nice in Rochester around this time. The fall and the springs are awesome. And then it'll start getting a little hotter, but it's not too
A little
bad.
toasty, a little crunchy.
A little bit, yeah. I like it. I can't take it too hot. I think like once it gets past 75 and sunny, I'm like, oh, it's too fucking hot. Unless you're by a pool or like in a pool.
I hear you.
I think it's a little crazy.
That pool water's good. It's warm. If it's warm from regular heat, that's fine. But warm from pee is different. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure there's a distinction here.
Oh man, we got some good shit today. Street Fighter 6, believe it or not, there's more info and footage of that because they actually let people play it. So beta's got to be in a couple months, and it'll probably release pretty soon. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I love it. I love that the beta's gonna be coming soon.
Diablo 4, we got some new footage and some cool shit to talk about. There's some game store nonsense,
which is a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah. And then the Strive patch. I played some of the Strive patch. We'll go over some of that.
Okay, bet.
My impressions and all that, but yeah, gonna be good. What do you want to start with? You think?
I mean, we see Diablo right here on the screen, so you go ahead and.
Yeah. Well, they can't see it yet, but I'm down with that. So Diablo 4, at the Summer Games Fest showcase, they played it, and
finally,
Yep. And I got excited because I was watching it on like a half-hour like delay because I like rewound it because I wasn't there for the beginning. Okay. And I saw a Discord notification. It was like Diablo 4 release, and I like stopped reading. And it is dope, but I thought it was gonna be a date, and it wasn't a date. They gave a release year, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
Diablo 4 is the next generation of action RPG.
They played it on the S. I mean X.
A fully realized open world.
Oh, did they? I didn't see that. Is that what it said?
I think it said the footage was captured on the X.
And unnerving. It's creepy.
So the first thing to talk about is how dark it is, and yeah, it does look pretty dark. I mean, Diablo game's never been cheery, but yeah, this does look pretty dark. I mean, the dude just sent a wave of blood out, so.
That's crazy. I never saw that before.
People really love and appreciate.
And honestly, I mean, it looks dope. I think some people like rag on it because they're like, it doesn't look that crazier. I mean, look at that character select screen, like the lighting and the textures and the fact you can customize your character.
Come on.
There's, I mean, that's big leaps in the ARPG market. Like, it's not a ton you can do, like with this top-down view to make it look any better than this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I think it looks dope. This was probably my favorite part, how it freezes everyone, then they blow up.
Jeez,
I'm gonna rewind
so
that.
Dope.
I think that looks hella dope.
That is so dope. I can't wait to do that.
You play enough Diablo 3, you know this shit probably won't be practical, but it looks mad cool. But I'm gonna do it anyways.
That's a fact.
One of the really cool things about
it's gonna be certain spots like a boss fight where it makes sense, or
Yeah, and they're going more, a little more open world, which they're talking about
from
here.
Magma field, open world. What?
There's all kinds of surprises.
Yeah, so they're putting a lot of more like social aspects to Diablo in this. There's you'll see. Did you see this yet? Did you see the showcase? Or did
I
you
didn't
see
see that. I didn't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They announced a ton of shit in this. How it's gonna work.
The evil in this place has
So they're talking about how when you clear out people in a certain town, it becomes like a town. So like you get new towns to go to by clearing out the enemies, which is a nice touch. I like it.
Do the enemies come back and take the town back over?
They didn't say that, but it wouldn't surprise me.
That would be fire.
Really cool little story segments that happen within the open world.
You'll just be running through the world.
Oh wow. Okay.
Choose to participate
Yeah.
in it.
Ooh.
Or get a group together and just.
So this is the most interesting part. So they're about to show a scene. They have open world like raid bosses now. So like you need like a big group of people to do it. So they're like really driving home the like multiplayer aspect of it, which is pretty cool. I mean, hopefully it's cool. Who knows how it'll work and how it plays out.
This motherfucker swinging a treasure box.
Yeah.
Damn, look at that. That's dope.
I just hope it isn't like, I don't want it to go, because the nice thing about Diablo was always you could play it by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You didn't need a full group of people. And if you're gonna need something that requires a bunch of people, I hope it's like easy to get a group and people can do it. Because I'm not about that WoW life in Diablo where you have to set like, yo, we're doing it at 9 p.m. tonight. Everyone needs to be there. Like that's not my thing anymore. I can't do that kind of crap.
But listen, it's funny because the main reason I love Diablo 3 so much is like the fact that it's so accessible. Like you can get in and out at any point. My kids can jump in with me, play like an hour, and be like, all right, Dad, I'm about to do something else, and like I don't lose any data. I don't lose, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to start over.
Yeah.
They jump in and out, but I still can like go fight whoever I want to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and because the game scales with how many people are in the game, so it's like
right.
Which it sounds so simple,
bro, that
but like
it's crazy.
Yeah, they're really pushing that blood wave. I think I've shown that like 6 times now.
Is really the beginning of
and I hear they're talking about just how like when you complete the story, that's like the end game is completely different game. Like it's standard Diablo stuff. So
how did you feel about end game stuff on Diablo 3?
In the beginning, it was fucking terrible until they redid the game, and now I think it's pretty cool because you can play through it. Like I think there was like it was like a year and a half ago. I hit like number 3 on the barbarian ladder because I just like had a bunch of time on my hands, so I like grinded and like got through it. But it only took like, it's like a quick process. You can play it for like a week or 2, and then get a lot of shit done, and then you hit that line where you're like, do I want to perfect the character? You know what I mean? Try and find primal versions of everything, or like, augment the ancients and do all that stuff. So like, I think Diablo 3 near the end of its lifespan has hit a perfect balance of like time you have to put in and time you can put in. You know what I mean? It's not like it doesn't take 3 weeks to. Oh,
right.
Let me go buzz the girl. I know, Bear.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. I like the way it looks, man. I'm looking at this Diablo 4 play, and I'll be honest, man, it looks good. I like the fact that you can kind of see. Well, obviously paused it, but like you can kind of see what Dustin's talking about. Like even just like the small down details. Look how the grass looks. Look how the trees. You can see some of the trees are bending. Like in other games, most of the trees go straight up, and things kind of look uniform. I guess that's how they design that way. But like you can just see the small details like that. I think it's dope. Even when they're attacking you, they don't just attack with one motion. Like now they're attacking with 2-3 different motions and stuff like that. Makes a difference. Like just when you're replaying the game and when you're mowing through hordes and just to see something different, sometimes it's refreshing. So I like it. So far I am not mad at what I saw at Diablo. Dustin was right. They pushed that blood wave heavy. I am not trying to see that blood wave too often, but I am ready to play the shaman. I like the shaman's dope. Like from what I see, you could transform. Like you literally transform for your attacks. I think that's gonna be fire. I don't know how it would look with 4 shamans on the screen though. And I'm also seeing this massive group playing. I don't know. As long as it doesn't like this says, as long as it doesn't take away from like my individual play, because like Diablo, I don't want to feel like I'm missing something. Like, oh, I gotta play, this end game type to get whatever, or to feel like I completed the game, or to feel like I really experienced the game. I want to be able to like just go through the storyline, play the game, the end game stuff like we do now when you beat the game, and then you can go into adventure mode with 3. I hope it's something similar to that. That way I could just kind of just play at my leisure, man. Level up and scale up and kind of adventure. I would like I mean, every game's gonna have like a sort of a grind feel. Uh, what's up, Dick?
Yeah, I'm back. Just letting you finish your thought.
Huh?
Just letting you finish your thought.
Okay, yeah. So every game has like a grind feel to it, but I don't want it to feel like it's like, okay, in order to get these 7 butterfly wings that I need, I have to grind this dungeon for 7 hours, and I get 1 butterfly dungeon per butterfly whatever per hour. I don't want it to be too much of that. I want it to be like, okay, I'm adventuring. I need to go here. I need to go there. Just like kind of feel rewarded for going around,
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway.
And that is like kind of the downfall of some Diablo games, is it gets to a point where you want to keep playing, but the odds of you finding something new or something that you can use are like almost non-existent. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Finding something better. And I don't know how you would fix that, to be honest. I don't see. Like, there's going to be a point where you get your full build and stuff, but then you just make a new character. So, I mean, I think that's kind of nitpicking because it's like, well, just make a new character, like try something else, kind of thing. But
I think I like to do the like when I go to adventure mode, I like to replay it. I just like sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm stuck in this mode. Like I'm stuck in this like, okay, grind this to get like we trying to get the full sets. What is it? Not the epic, the legendary. When it comes out green, what is that? When the pieces
sets, yeah,
um
sets.
yeah, like we try to get the full sets and grind for those. Like I remember when I was grinding for the inner set for the monk,
Uh-huh.
which is like stupid strong.
Yep.
But like it just felt like it took four fucking ever. And I'm like, I would like to be able to get this set and feel like I'm adventuring at the same time. Like I don't so that if they could find some way to do that in four, and like I'm grinding, but I'm also like I'm being rewarded for trying new shit and for going new places. And I feel like okay, I got to go to this dungeon over and over and over again so I can get these pieces, and encourage me to go different places, but I still have a similar opportunity to get, whatever piece I'm looking for. I think that'd be it. I would like it the most. I can't see it be in the best interest of players, but I think I would like that the most.
Yeah, instead of just running rifts and greater rifts the entire time.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's okay. Like, and sometimes I turn the difficulty up to one or two over that I know what my character is, just to see like
Yeah.
can I really grind through it. But like,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, no, that's without a doubt kind of the downfall of that system, is that you just are basically just doing the same shit over and over.
Right.
The rifts might be
Just
a little random, but it's still the same maps over and over.
yeah,
So
yeah. I'm like, yo, how can they improve upon that? Because the rifts and the greater rifts is a great idea. It's actually
yeah,
I appreciate it. Like just being able to go and like just and I can set it as low as high as I want. Like I remember I had like super basic stuff, and I was like, okay, I'll try greater rift 5, and I couldn't do any damage.
yeah,
My dog's nothing, and I was like, damn, this shit is crazy.
yeah,
And so I like that. And I have so much leeway to move up and down. I just didn't like the fact that after I kind of mastered it, quote unquote, like it just felt like same thing over and over again,
yeah,
breath of fresh air me sometimes, that's all.
yeah, without a doubt. And it comes out in 2023.
What you think?
Wait, well, I mean,
Early,
that's
late?
what I expected. Oh, earlier, late.
Yeah.
No fucking clue. What do you think? Hey,
Let's see. So they just announced we in June. They just announced it. They're saying it's 2023. I realistically expect it to come out sometime around um probably either February or March of next year.
really? Oh
Hmm.
wow. I wasn't gonna go that early. I was gonna say maybe September or November, but I hope you're right. That
Nah,
would be dope if it came out early.
October would
Games,
make sense just because it's Diablo, Devil,
yeah, fall.
Halloween.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
like darker games and
yeah,
Halloween and all that.
right,
I could see that, but
right.
uh,
I just think it's
but
gonna
I
be
hope
early.
you're
Like
right.
that gives them like almost a year to like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I guess we'll see, but it looks dope, and they're trying new
Uh,
things with
I'm about to play
the
the shit out of
open.
that. I ain't gonna lie,
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I almost don't have a choice at this point.
bro. We in there.
I grew
Just
up on
tell me when,
Diablo
dude.
2 and 3 and shit. So
Just tell me when you want to jump on. We in
oh,
there.
without a doubt, without a doubt, we'll do plenty of let's plays when this drops for
They
sure.
were like, Chris, could you start the tournament? Hey, I'm running Diablo 4
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. But real quick, come check out this chess piece.
Right. Hey, look. Watch,
Yo,
watch
look
my
at the
blood wave.
stats
Watch
on
my
this.
blood wave.
Yo, it rolled perfect resistance. You can't even hold block. This armor
Look at that.
stays perfect.
Look at it. Look at it. One more time. Matter of fact, put it on a projector. Put it on the projector.
Yeah. Stop the stream.
Stop the
Stop the
tournament.
stream.
Hey, stop the tournament. Everybody look at this.
Oh
Yeah, Chris
yeah.
is going crazy. I have.
Yeah, it's gonna
Chris
be
with
dope though.
blood wave power. Nah.
I mean, as long as they don't do. I mean, I don't know how they would ever screw up as much as when they launched like Diablo, the Diablo 3 with the real money auction house and all that nonsense.
Oh, see, I missed all that.
Yeah, I played it for a little bit, but
Thankfully.
but I was like, oh man, this is just bumming me out the way this is working. Then I came back to it and I was like, oh holy fuck, they pulled a Final Fantasy 14 shit where they were like, nope, we'll redo it. Hold on, let's rethink about
Yo,
certain things, and then they
do
made it
you remember
a
when
million
14
times
first
better.
dropped?
I
How
did.
shitty it was?
I knew about it and I read a ton of shit
Yo,
about it and I had friends that played it, but like I didn't play it.
D, let me tell you real quick before we move on. So when it first dropped, I remember me and my friend were playing 11 heavy. Like I'm talking daily. we were playing 11 like 8, 9, 10 hours a day, bro. It was ridiculous. I'm pretty sure we both almost ended our marriages because of that. So, so we hear 14, like the whole. I remember like our whole community, right? The whole like we were in this. It's called a link shell. In link shell, we had like 140 something members in it, and that's how we did like our raids and stuff like that. And the whole link shell was like, "Yo, we going to 14, da da da." So a couple of my buddies and one of my best friends who actually played the shit out of 11 with me, he went over to 14. He was like, "Yo, Chris, peep this." And he showed me like he was falling through the stage and like it was like all blue, the whole
Oh,
screen
so
turned blue.
it wasn't even
It was
mechanics half time. It was
it
bugs
was
too.
broke for real. Like
Oh, damn.
he was like, "Yo, I would." He's like, "I thought they was lying and making a like a big deal about it, but like he said, I thought they did that to keep people playing 11, but like no, it was really kind of shitty at first, and that's why when they revamped it, it's like, oh, what was it? What did they call it? When they
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what tagline they put
yeah,
after it,
but they
but
changed
I
the
know what you're
name,
talking
and it's
about.
like, yeah, and then it's like, oh, now it's fixed now. So they tried to play it off like it was a whole new world of like whatever, but it really was just like this game was shitty and buggy. We know that. So here's the product that we wanted y'all to get, in the beginning when it first dropped. So yeah, man, it was rough. I was like, damn, I was glad I didn't flip over in the beginning because I would have been pissed. It
Yeah.
was so bad that they let people play for free in the beginning. I remember that. It was supposed to be subscription. It was like, yo, we know it's shitty.
Yeah, no, we're just kidding. Just play it. Just play it.
And you gotta think, Square Enix ain't doing shit for free. So and the
Oh,
fact that
yeah. Well, no.
the fact that them and they was like, listen, man, hey, we hear y'all. All right, yeah, get your money back.
So what were they just selling like skins, or I don't know what you'd call it, just like vanity items, or like
It was
experience boosts or something like that?
I know now there's a lot of XP boosts and stuff like that, and like there's a lot of ways to jump in and out of like even when you do like what do you call them shits? You do fates and stuff like that. Like so a fate, I could be like on level 70 in a fate in that area, it'll be like okay, ogres just raided this area, but in order for me to participate in the fate, I have to drop down to around level like 50, whatever the level is in the fate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they put stuff like that into the game to like um to kind of counter like how wonky it had been in the beginning. So just the freedom that you had as a player, like you said, to play. It's weird because like it's an MMORPG. Why would you want to play the game by yourself? But like you said, you don't want to get locked into a raid because life happens, and I don't want to
Yeah.
get kicked out of my group because I couldn't consistently be in my raid at 8 o'clock. Like there's still individual stuff to do, but as far as like the auction house and stuff like that, I missed that whole era of like auction house and Diablo, and I missed a lot of that stuff early on in Final Fantasy 14. What they do now is though, like you can buy levels, you can buy, and you can see like you can
Oh,
see
you can
who,
just buy like a straight to like
like if I
50
want to go to
boost or
level
something.
70, you have to play the game to a specific point, right? And then after that, you could kind of like okay, because I got my you gotta unlock the classes, so you can't just like buy level 70 and it's level 70 across the board for all your characters. You pay like I think it's like 20 or 30 bucks, and you it might be higher, I don't remember, but you buy level 70 and it comes with like armor. So you'll get like the sword, the armor, the headpiece, the legs, and also like that. I think it's one accessory, and then your character's at level 70. So I did that for the red mage because I'm like, I know I don't have time to grind it like I used to. I would love to sit down and play this game for
Yeah.
17 hours a day, but it's not realistic. I'm running AGN, I'm doing a bunch of shit. It's not happening.
Yeah.
And as a father of four, I could forget it. Unless I get all four of my kids to play Final Fantasy 14 with me, I can hang that shit up, which is not impossible. They play Genshin Impact.
Oh, yeah. There
Yeah,
you go.
two of my kids play Genshin, but the most we could do right now that I can get them all play with me is Overcooked, Roblox, and now I have three of my kids that play Fortnite, but I can't get all of them to just agree on one game and fuck with it. So
Yeah. I mean, Overcooked's fun as fuck. I played that with
oh
Mary
god,
quite a bit.
it's
But
fun. It gets crazy with four people, bro.
yeah. Oh, I bet. Yeah, it gets crazy with two people.
Because you can't fuck up.
Yeah. Grab the fire extinguisher. What are you doing? Come on, you're killing me.
I said mushrooms, not tomatoes.
Yeah.
Put it back over there. Throw them in the trash. Where's the trash? I don't know. It's over by the side.
It's such
Who's doing the dishes?
It's such a brilliant game. Like I love that game. Like,
and it's just enough action. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
you got to think, but it's fun too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What We're gonna move on in a second, but I gotta ask, what the fuck is Roblox?
You don't know what Roblox is?
I don't know what it. I know of it, but I've never even Googled it to like.
So Roblox is basically like it's a game that has a bunch of mini games in it that people created, right? And when you go in the
the
world,
community makes the mini games.
yeah. So it's like you'll see like Robot Princess, and you'll see like all different types of games. So there's specific games that me and my kids can all play together. There's one game where you get on the bus together. I forgot. It's called Break In. You go into a house, you have to protect the house from being broken into. And so all 5 of us can just like jump into. The only thing I don't like about Roblox is like sometimes the server be full, so we all have to get out of the game and then get into a game so we all can be together. So we'll have to do that a couple times to make sure we're all on the same server. So if they ever come out with a Roblox 2, to be able to jump on a server with just your friends will be really awesome. Just throwing it out there, Roblox. But it's dope though. So you get to come in and like me and my kids will all, and it's 5 of us. So like we all 5 of us can jump in the game and play together and like all be doing something and not feel like, oh God, this is so boring, you know?
Yeah.
So
no, that's dope.
Yeah.
I just know they make fucking
booty butt cheeks, but like, you know,
yeah.
You're not playing it for graphics.
Yeah, the only thing I knew was that they make fucking buku money, so I guess they're like
because Roblox is crazy and kids will spend money on skins. Whoever decided that skins
especially when they parents used to link their fucking info to the account. There's a million stories out there being like, "Yo, my son spent like $800 in Robux."
Listen, I had a mom come in to a birthday party. Her son spent $384 on V-Bucks. On V-Bucks. She was like, Chris, I almost canceled his fucking party.
Yeah.
Like, I looked at her, I was like, you dumbass. Like, I didn't say it out loud. I'm looking like, why would you do that 2 days before your birthday? What the hell's wrong with you? I just wanted to have the skins for my friends. I said, listen, wait till after, okay? Have your party first. And then smash mom's wallet. Come on, cut it out.
I did something like that. When I was like, I think I was like 10 or 11. I figured out the password for like the TV, and I ordered like mad Playboy pay-per-view and spice shit, and like it like just racked up. And I don't remember exactly the amount, but I think it was like fucking $250 over the span of like 2 weeks. Dude, I was inviting friends over. My parents, they'd like go to the store. They're like, we're gonna go to the store, and I'll just hang out. I'd like call my friends. I'd be like, yo, Todd, get over here. You guys see this? Like, I was like around the trailer park. Cause I grew up in a trailer park. There was like a bunch of kids in there, so like everyone was like tight knit. Like I could go and knock on like 6 doors in like 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Word.
Like, hey, come here. I got this new video game. And they'd be like, all right, go play with Destin. And like, and so it was a little less sophisticated. But yeah, that's always, as good as you think your kid is, you give them a like
involved.
yeah, like we call that the golden lever now. But yeah, just terrible idea. All right.
Man, we all did it. I've done it too. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it sucks because you bought them and then you could only watch them for 24 hours and then it was gone. So
yeah, the greatest and dumbest scam ever. I heard, yeah.
That's what my friends told me.
Now it wouldn't even be like discursive. It'd be like, wait, you're paying for this shit? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
why do people get so uppity about OnlyFans? Like, you paying for this?
Yeah.
Yes. They're specific. It's the artistry, and I want to see her art. That's how you word it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we took this turn, y'all. I'm sorry.
I'm not. Oh man. All right, let's move on to let's do Street Fighter 6 next.
Right,
let me pull up some stuff here. There's a bunch of gameplay, and we'll go over some of that. But I think it is important we watch Guile. I mean, we all knew he was going to be in there. 1, it was fucking in the leaks, and 2, because fucking duh, he's going to be in this game. So his stage looks cool.
You won't know what have some fun. Guile has always been a solid character.
Yeah. And I think what we all need to talk about.
Turn it off if you want. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. what I think needs to be talked about is how fucking thick this dude is.
Yo, they made
he
him.
has been eating his Wheaties. Like,
bro, look at
he
him.
looks fucking jacked. Yo, okay, I was a personal trainer for 2 years. He's got muscles that don't exist. I don't know what the fuck they're like. This, what is this?
That's
like, what? Yeah, like they're just making up muscles over here.
Like, he got implants.
Yeah.
He got a Brazilian muscle lift.
But he looks like standard Guile. The hits, of course, look fucking super impactful as always.
Yo,
and heavy.
listen, Dustin, do you know how hyped I am for Street Fighter 5, bro?
For what?
It's gonna look so clean. It's gonna look so clean.
You mean 6?
I mean 6.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful. You're gonna get some unfollows.
I've been saying 5. I've been saying 5 for 6 years. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
See, that's even more confusing. I've been saying 5 for 6 years. You see 6 for 5.
Yo, Street Fighter 6 is about to be crazy. Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if like our first tournament when 6 drops, it's like 60 heads. Look at this.
I'm gonna hope so.
I like it. The people talking about the parry system and all that. I like it. I like it.
Dude, I think it's dope. Yeah, 100%.
Look at that. Yeah.
And that graphic style is so dope. Yeah.
I like it, man. People saying they don't like his default.
They don't like what?
His default costume. His whatever, but
it is a little weird.
It got a Farmer Joe look to it.
Yeah, without a doubt. They're gonna I'm sure they'll have different costumes.
Right. What else?
And they got plenty of time. They can change it.
And you know how Street Fighter is. Street Fighter's going to release, like, you're going to be able to wear, like, 38 different Guile skins by the time we hit Season 3, so.
Oh, without a doubt.
I like that. All them Sonic Booms? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know where they got that from, though? I think that's from X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Oh, you think so?
Because X-Men vs. Street Fighter, when you're Charlie, he has one of his super, he lets off, like, 40 of them.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one surprised me. As thick as he is, you know when he flash kicks, them cheeks be clapping. You just can't. you just know it.
Big boy Guile.
I'm just on another level.
Yeah, that's fire, though. I like that.
No, he looks dope. I'm not gonna pretend like I'll ever probably play a charge character just because.
I'm never gonna play a charge character.
Yeah, it's not my thing, but Guile looks dope. He does.
Guile looks fire. I ain't gonna front on it.
He looks like he's about to be on a meme where it's like, this dude slaps your woman's ass. What do you do? It's like,
say thank you, sir.
I hold down block.
Oh God.
I FD. I spend all my meter on FD. Yo, no. Just pray he gets enough knockback. He doesn't.
That's funny. He said, "I hope down block." I saw a lot of Sun plays.
I mean, that's bad. You had to expect it.
So it's gonna be like that. Like the color of the meter is for player 1 is always red, and player 2 is always blue.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you know what? I noticed that, but I didn't even fucking think of it.
Yeah, it's just small stuff like that. I was wondering. That's all.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems weird
like,
to me.
does it change with who's playing? What character?
I guess it. Oh, that's nah, because Chun wouldn't be red. She'd be blue.
Yeah, it'd be blue, right? Yeah.
Oh well. So I guess it. Oh, you know what? Let me rewind this. Does it change colors as the? Oh no, it's okay. So it starts blue and red, and then when they're low enough, it both goes to yellow.
Okay, yeah.
And it stays yellow. But yeah, that is kind of weird. I know what they're trying to do because this game style is so fucking colorful. They're just adding in more colors. They're just trying to make it more colorful than it already is. I don't know why. Now that you point that out, I'm like, I feel like that's pointless.
You sound choppy.
No, am I starting to cut out?
Like, yeah. Like a robot.
My internet was being mad weird last night too, and the stream's saying that I'm kind of dropping some frames too. So, can you hear me good now?
Yeah, there you go.
We're good.
Bet.
All right. But I mean, it looks dope. I like having the 2 meters. I like having the. I know it's not called a tension gauge. I keep forgetting what it's called, but that you can spend for parries. It gives like, you got to decide how you use it, like offensively or defensively. I think that's a great touch.
Okay, I didn't know that
you
part.
can either full spend it or you can use it for parries. If for the hold down parry where it's like auto parry, or you can regain it back by doing like exact parries. I think that's dope.
I like that because if I'm not skilled enough to auto parry, exact parry, I don't have to get destroyed, but I take some kind of penalty for
Yeah, you
not
get it.
being
Yeah,
as skilled. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, exactly.
I think that's fair. That's a good balance, man. Like I have to remind people all the time, Dustin, that like, yo, everybody who picks this game up is not trying to go to Evo with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Some people are like,
100%.
yo, I just want to have fun with it. I want to enjoy it. Maybe go to a tournament here and there, but like I'm not trying to be the best of the best, and I don't really care about all that. I just want to enjoy the game and have fun.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a big aspect of fighting games in general is that everyone, like all the the sweats and the hardcores are like, if you make it simpler, like it's such a big negative thing. But if you make it simpler, like in certain aspects, like with the classic or the like simplified controls, as long as there's a penalty, you know what I mean? It's like Grand Blue Versus. Like that was maybe not extreme enough because if you did like just one button inputs, your meter when it took longer to recharge, like the cooldown on the skill went down. I don't think it was enough because there was other stuff, but they have the right idea. Like you can make it simple, but make the people that put in the work for the modern classic controls like worth it, and that's it.
Pay off for them, right?
It's as simple as that. Like if you want to make auto combos, that's fine, but they do 20% less damage than if you did it the modern way.
Right.
So if you're good enough, like there, if you put that work in to do the modern ones, and it gives people a reason to. It gives people a reason to practice.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, like seeing yourself do a combo can make you keep playing the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like I can hit this combo, even if I can't do the whole damage or whatever. Just the fact that I can hit this combo, all right, I'll keep playing. Because like you said, eventually, it's like, you know what? Let me see if I can actually do it and get this extra 20% damage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I can't, all right, I'll just take the 20% less damage, but I still can do this combo and feel like I'm playing the game with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a big, to me, that's a big thing, and I'm glad. It's annoying to like have the old school like traditional fighter purists be like, that's not the way the game was. You're making it too easy, and I'm like, listen, to have a wide scale entry level and like it's easy to get in, but then like it's hard to master. That's typically what you want to go after anyway. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody to play your game, but you do want it to get to a certain degree where like, all right, I can't master this without putting in the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and yeah, no, you said it. I completely agree. I think I think it's for retention purposes. I think things like certain auto combos, in simplified controls are a must because fighting games just aren't. They never have been the top of the list of like genres, and I don't think they ever will be. So you have to adapt because as much as like people get mad that these games are adapting in certain ways, it's like, well, do you want there to be fighting games? Because if we don't get new fucking players, like unless you're gonna play these games until the fucking retirement
So you're
home,
97
yeah,
years old.
exactly. Then we have to do stuff, and I think modern controls and like auto combos add a penalty to where they don't do as much damage. Like I think that's the way to go. You could play the game with other people. I mean, if you're at the point where you're only doing like the simplified controls or the modern combos, you probably aren't even going to notice you're doing less damage anyways. So you aren't even going to be that like sweaty at the fact that you probably won't even notice like that you're doing less damage. But you'll keep playing the damn game.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm kicking. I'm streaming. I'm letting off my abilities and stuff like that. I'm playing the game and I'm experiencing things that I may not be able to experience. If I go the traditional route. And like you said, you have to remind people, hey, bro, the way that the game was played back then, that's nice, but things are supposed to evolve, and people don't have the same patience like they used to, and they also don't have the same time. Like back, I'm not being sound like an old head, but back then you could work one job D and be good. You know what I'm saying? People have to work 2 and 3 jobs now. So like I don't have time to grind, and get crazy good at this game. Like I want to be able to jump in, have a good time, feel like I'm doing something, and then jump back out and get back to my life if I have to, you know?
Yeah.
So I understand the old heads and all that, and wanting the game to be whatever, but like you shouldn't do it at the expense. And you gotta think about it. Fighting games are considered poverty, like, but you don't want to keep it to the point where like it's this elitist club that only certain people could get in. That's
Yeah.
never how it grows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I
So
mean, and that brings to another point because that is like, like in the fighting game community, like once you start playing a fighting game, like you feel part of a group. You know what I mean? You go
that's a
to a
fact.
local, you go in
That's a
there. You know what I
fact.
mean? Uh, people are helpful. You know what I mean? There's just it really is like so many people in the world like kind of rely on feeling like part of like a group.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's
Mhm.
why like gangs and stuff are such an issue. Is like people want to feel part of a group.
Because they still part of something. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly. And that's what you are when you play a fighting game. Even like casual, once you start playing online and want to even for a second want to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the first time like I went to AGN, like I was incredibly nervous. You know what I mean? I was like I'm a
Word.
social person, but I went and
Right.
we watched Evo at your old shop on what was your place in St. Culver?
State Street.
State Street, yeah. Went to
Okay.
State Street, and within like 5 minutes, like everyone was mad cool, and I was super comfortable. And that's
Right.
just what's great about the fighting game community. I
That's really nice
kinda
to
I
hear.
knew enough because I was playing a little bit of fighting games, but as soon as I went in there, everyone was mad nice, and like I knew a couple things, and if I said something dumb about a match, no one called me out. They were just like, yeah, blah blah blah, and they're like, yeah, did you know that was -4 frames too? And I'd be like,
What?
yeah.
Bro, when I let's think about it.
And I
I'm
know
running
now, but at the
tournaments,
time I was like,
and
yeah,
I'm like,
cool.
"What the fuck are you talking about, bro?"
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
frames,
that's
man.
that's minus. That's minus on block. And I'm like, "What the fuck is minus on block?" It was just a bunch of shit in the terminology. But like you said, and that's one thing I pride myself on is like making sure the community isn't corny. You know, like making sure that people who are toxic, like the people who are toxic, they get called out. Like, nah, bro, you being corny. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I because like you said, when you come in here and you a part of something, you want to feel like you're a part of it. You know, you
yeah,
want to feel like, okay, I'm here. These people want me around. I'm having a good time. That's my main thing is like as much as I love the tournament and the competition, I always enjoy the viewing parties the most because there's no pressure. We coming in, we hanging, we watching other people. We having fans, we're being fans, and we're watching high level play, and we're enjoying it. And at the same time, if somebody want to jump on the system or open setup, boom, you can do that too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I just like that. I like that aspect. I think as long as you have the community aspect of games, and I think the way Street Fighter 6 is setting up, it's setting up to allow newer players into this game. Even with all the colors and the way it looks and all that, the way it's just vibrant and inviting. You know, that's important if you want to first of all sell your game, but second of all have retention and have people coming in and out. Like you don't want and think about it. Five, there was so much hype around five, and by the time we got to like to season two, like a sixth of the player base had disappeared. It's
yeah,
like this it. That's all we got.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. That's the last thing you want is a bunch of your players to leave.
yeah. You when you join the fighting game community or you go to an event, especially here in Rochester,
Yeah.
you know what you are? You're safe on talk.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like
Yeah,
that. Super dad joke. I like that.
yeah.
I'm mad I
I'm
didn't
all
make it.
about it.
Damn you. Damn you, Justin.
Yeah, that ain't even an insult. If you say I made a dad joke, I wear that like a fucking badge.
I know
Oh,
I'm mad I missed it. That's good though. I like that. I see you say for a talk.
oh
That's funny.
God.
But listen, I like
You're
what I see
making it
though.
worse by bringing it up. as we keep talking about it, I'm like, oh, that was corny. And I meant it to be corny, but it's even fucking cornier. It's just turned into popcorn. Like,
Good. Keep it going.
yeah,
Keep it popping. No, but I like it. I like what I see in six so far. People are really excited. You see the combos. You see it's flashy. People don't feel overwhelmed by the mechanics, but excited. But at the same token, they're excited to see what else is going to be added in the game and see how players and characters interact with each other. I just think that the stuff they're doing, when they're putting the small touches in, like with Soul Calibur 2 being able to make some fit the face changes, and make faces before the match. Just something,
yeah,
something, sometime to break the tension. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, I think
that.
I do think that's a cool little
I like
addition.
that.
I mean, they're doing a lot of different additions with the like kind of maybe not open world, but the open world story mode.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
commentary thing. I listened to the commentary because that trailer that I was just playing was
Yeah.
on commentary mode,
Okay.
and I don't want this segment to go too long. Uh,
Yeah.
there was a couple moments that were cool, but there was a lot of moments where it was like, yeah, it kind of just it falls into the generic category of like
Okay. Yeah, I
they
don't like
kind of are
that.
just
I don't
saying
like
mad.
that.
Like there was one point where he goes like, he says like, and player one dashes, and it's like them just like walking forward. It's like, oh my god, like that was probably the most cringe thing. Actually, I bet I can find it real quick. We'll listen to it again. But like I heard it and I was like, really? That was a commentary?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was in this match. Is it here?
I hear it.
Let me turn
The
it.
counter hit low. Taking stock. KO. Player one.
Maybe it
takes
wasn't
the
in that
round
match.
like a
I
thief
knew
in the
it
night.
was around the match.
What else can they get away with?
But we can keep listening to the commentary.
Yeah.
And the bar on the control. Neither of them willing to back off. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Feeling out the spacing. Player one had an impressive round while managing their drive game. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round.
I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it.
Player one needs to use the threat of
Yeah.
the corner.
I listen.
The thing is, I can't imagine it being any better. You know what I mean?
I never want to hear player one. It takes me back to like early Madden 2000 days. I was like,
Oh yeah, 23 runs in.
right.
Like-
And number 16 with a great catch.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
It's a new iteration, so I'm trying to be like understanding. This is something different. And I've never heard in-game commentary for any fighting game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there's got to be
So
a
I
way
like
to
that
just
they're
not
making the
say
attempt.
player one.
Yeah,
Like-
they gotta figure that out.
Maybe call them by their pronouns. Like just say
Yeah,
he or she.
Oh, he or she. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
What'll happen here? Experiencing burnout.
Or they,
Wow,
because
they're
they have
just jumping in.
the
Yeah,
one
they,
going.
right.
This is a complete
They're jumping in.
throws them.
I'm okay with that.
Precision with that throw.
But you know what? This is good though, because they're going to get this feedback from the community too. You know.
Yeah.
And you got to think. I think I forgot who somebody announced like they're going to be. I got to find the tweet. They announced that like they're going to be one of the voices and stuff like that. And as things go on, I'm pretty sure they're going to add more phrases and more people to the commentary. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to pay for it. I don't think it's gonna be free. It'll be like $1.99 or something like that. But
Oh,
like,
probably yeah.
this commentary. Oh, if you want to hear Yipes commentate, one
Yeah,
ninety
yeah.
nine. So, and my dumb ass, I'll pay it because it's Yipes.
Yeah, no, we were talking last time. If they had a Tasty Steve and Yipes, like if they did like a combo commentary, you could fucking take my money.
I would
They'd
pay
be
$10
like,
for that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
it's only in the pre-order
I would-
collector's edition that comes with the statue for 120.
I'm okay with it.
Here you go.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. Right. Here you go. My last four are.
Yeah. Not homeless. Just need that Tasty Steve and Yipes commentary.
Well, I like it.
Please,
I like what I
please
see so
give
far.
change. No, I think it looks dope. I think
Six
it's
is
gonna be good.
6 is gonna be crazy. I like I said, I'm barring some catastrophic misstep. I think 6 is gonna be good. And I think it's gonna be like it's gonna put Street Fighter back where I believe like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat should be. Just my personal belief. I don't. Everybody has their own whatever they feel, but like I've always been one of those guys who like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, and Soul Calibur, I feel like always should be somewhere in that top mix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's just me though. But I didn't play a lot of anime fighters growing up either.
Yeah.
So people that play anime fighters may feel differently. But I feel like those traditional fighters that have been around for 10, 20, even 30 years, I don't feel like they ever should be like low tier off to the side. So I think 6 is going to bring Street Fighter right back into the fray of things into a way that people are like, yo, I'm not dropping this game this time,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, the anime fighters, Melty Blood, Guilty Gear,
Yep. Blaze Blue.
Unist, like Blaze Blue, they wouldn't. You can like I prefer anime fighters like by a lot, But if you're an anime fighter that like hates on something like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, it's like, yo, you wouldn't fucking be here. Like you
Right.
owe them everything.
If
Like
these games
that
flopped
is
like
your
fucking
father.
damn,
Like that. Like that. That's
that's
just the way it is. So like you
that's
have to
Uncle Street
respect it.
Fighter to you. You hear me? That's Uncle Street Fighter.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's how I look at it. So, I think 6 will put Street Fighter right because again, 5 is such a mixed bag. There's people who play it or people who got good at it, but I do not hear a lot of people say I enjoy playing 5. I just don't hear that. And I listen, you know me, I'm always talking and asking questions like, "Yo, how
Yeah.
you feel about it? What you think?" And it's so rare to hear people say they enjoy playing 5. They're either good at it or they place well at tournaments, but it's never like, "Yo, I really like this game."
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It starts to
And you
feel
hear
like
that in
work.
Strive. You hear that in certain games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's move on to a
Yeah.
topic that I was excited to hear about. Is this the game store nonsense that was going
Listen,
on?
son.
And I'm gonna preface this with, I thought in the beginning you were talking about GameStop, and then you mentioned
No.
a local store, because I assumed it was about like GameStop, but then you said Game Craze, which is a
Right.
local thing. I think they have like 3 or 4 stores. I mean, did they move to Syracuse and Buffalo yet? Oh no, you cut out. Hold on, we lost Chris for a second.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me
Oh
now?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh,
So I
okay.
thought, did they move to Buffalo or Syracuse yet? Or are they still just Rochester?
Far as I know, Game Craze is still there's 3 of them left here in Rochester. So
Left. All right. You know what?
yeah.
You take it over. Yeah, let me hear it. Let me hear it.
So I went, I'm pushing upstate upward, right? So I'm pushing upstate upward and I'm dropping off flyers and I'm taking them around. I said, "Oh, Game Craze." I said, "I think this would be a good opportunity because I don't see or hear a lot of Game Craze anymore." And I know they won't say they fought back, but like they were kind of like, we're not going to be consumed by the GameStop conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like maybe how GameStop bought Electronics Boutique and they bought a lot of other
Hmm.
smaller franchises. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll support y'all. So every now and then I go to Game Craze because they still have Atari games there. They still have PlayStation 1 games on the shelf. They still have PlayStation 2 and Super Nintendo and Sega games, stuff like that. I love those kind of
Yeah.
stores, so I always support. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. So I walk in there, and the uh, front desk guys, they pretty chill, and they in there talking about games as I walk in. So I like that kind of environment already. So I'm in there and I'm like, hey, upstate up where I give him my spiel about the tournament and what we're trying to do and stuff like that. It's gonna be a great event, the biggest esports event in Rochester history, yada yada yada. And so I said, yeah. I said, is the owner available? He said, well, the owner moved to Florida. I was like, oh, and I was like, well, is this the only store here? And he's like, no. He's like, there's 3 left. And I was like, 3 left? I said, what the hell are what the hell are the game crazes with? He's like, dude, it's just like business is not the same for it. He's like between Amazon and eBay, and people just don't come into the store to, and he's like, we don't really have an online presence, so this is what it is. So I'm thinking like, yo, this is y'all. I won't say y'all need it, but like you definitely should be slapping your name. And this is something that for GameStop too, I've noticed. Like if I'm GameStop, I would be trying to slap my name on everything esports related that I possibly could.
Yeah.
How GameStop has like I don't know if they still do it, but it was this big blow up about how they had like old accessories and then they would like throw them out and they had like break the disc and they had to cut the t-shirts and all. You remember that?
No. What was
So
that
basically
about?
what happened is GameStop used to do this thing where like say they had a game on itself that didn't sell for like a year. Basically, instead of allowing people to take them home or whatever, like because what they realized is some people was taking the games and just selling them on eBay. So it didn't sell in the store, but I could sell it for $17 or $11 on eBay. So
Hmm.
they didn't want their employees doing that. So what they do was, and I kid you not, because the manager showed me the camera one day. He was like, "Yo, we have to go out here to this camera and we have to physically destroy all the stuff that doesn't work." He's like, "This adapter, I have to put this hammer to it." He said, "This CD, I have to break it." He's like, "These shirts, I have to cut them. These posters, I have to rip them." And I'm like, that's the stupidest thing
That's
ever.
the
Why would you,
dumbest fucking shit.
yo? And
That's
that's how I was like,
unreal.
I promise you, if the manager had not showed me this, I would not believe. I'm like, you're lying because you want to take this stuff home. And the manager was like cutting it up and breaking on camera and had to do this like to the camera each time so you could see like, yes, this is the broken disc, and then mark it down in the book. And I'm like, dude, they really got it. He's like, yo, it's crazy. He said because people were dumpster diving and like getting the stuff, and GameStop was really mad. I'm like, why are you mad? You threw the product out. You didn't
Yeah.
want it, and you couldn't move it, and you didn't want it. Why do you care what somebody else does with your? Why do you care that somebody else made treasure out of your trash? You know.
Yeah, that's just like
So
that's a lazy ass way of donating. Like you should have
right.
just donated it. Instead, you're like not only like getting mad at the people for just like taking advantage of the garbage you're gonna throw out anyway. I don't know. That's the most ridiculous thing I've
Listen,
ever heard.
I
Like it's
I remember
insane.
it was a big fallout about it. It's like, yo, GameStop would rather they would rather um you would rather throw stuff out, and you would rather not give people what they're looking for instead of just like donating and giving it. So I was like, yo, GameStop should be doing that. They should be donating and giving their stuff away. Like you have a bunch of stuff that's happening. Like, okay, I have old accessories, I have old posters, I have old T-shirts. Why not give these to tournaments? Why not give these to local events? Give it to bigger events. Give it to NEC. Give it to Final Round. Give, you know what I'm saying? And be like, yo, we're sponsored. And it's not a slime ball way of doing it, but it's also like a way of like, okay, this isn't our best product. We're going to give you some good stuff too, but here's a lot of our lower end stuff that we could not move. Nobody really cared about. Because you know what? When I go to this tournament, maybe this Pickle Rick shirt that we couldn't sell in GameStop will be a big deal for somebody who gets it at a Final Round or a CEO or a Combo Breaker swag bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
So like
absolutely.
I just didn't understand, and Game Craze kind of doing the same thing. Like they're not what they're not doing is they're not allowing themselves to be like put out there to compete with like local tournaments and stuff like that. And I'm only recognizing it because I'm running Upstate Upward. And I'm like, this would be a great chance for y'all to be like, yeah, powered by Game Craze, supported by Game Craze, sponsored by Game Craze, and like, oh yeah, Game Craze is around. I should go there again. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what? I should order from them. I should go to them. I didn't know Game Craze was still moving. And all of a sudden, that's more traffic in your way. That's the whole point of sponsorship, is to get people to know who you are and get them back on your side and all that. So anyway, I talked to the guy. He was like, "Nah, I don't think the owner's gonna go for it." I was like, "Just putting my flyer up." He wouldn't. He said, "I'll take your flyer." He said, "But I'm gonna tell you right now, like he's not gonna want to sponsor it." I'm like, "There's only 3 stores left. You should be doing everything you can to, you know, what I'm saying, to get the name out. Not even to expand, but just to make sure that your brand doesn't die out." And he was just like, "Bro," he's like, "I promise you, like I'm not just saying this to get you out the store. Like he is not going to support it." I said, "Well, look, give me his email or something, at least to try it." But the fact that your employees have that view of you to where you won't even support something esports related that could get you customers, like it's not like I'm saying, okay, this is a basketball tournament and you got to hope basketball players are gamers too. These are all gamers. This is going to be a room, a space, an area full of 2, 3, 4, 500 gamers in one spot. You wouldn't want your name on something like that. So it was just like eye opening, but also annoying to see that some of these corporations and some of these businesses that have been around so long and was such a big part of my childhood and some of my adulthood are still so hesitant to like attach to the communities and attach to the, not in a way that impedes on what communities do, but just in a way that enhances communities while still getting their message out. Like, hey, we're around. We would love to be able to sell you this fight stick. We would love to be able to sell you these games and these accessories and these plushies and these T-shirts and these mugs and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that was my gripe with that. That was my like, yo, I can't believe y'all still are on this old school like we're still in the early 2000s and you're still killing it to the point where we don't have means to circumvent you now and just go to Amazon and just go to eBay. So
Yeah, and it's weird because you think like people that start some of these businesses like Game Craze, and I'm kind of beating around the bush because I actually do know the owner of Game Craze. He's like, when I was in the big bar like club scene, like he was everywhere, so I've met him a bunch of times and talked to him and
right.
had a drink with
I'm
him, and
doing a podcast. Go back.
he's kind. I don't know. For the sake, I don't want to get myself in trouble. There's some
Right.
things that I don't want to say, but um, I know my closest friend Pete is really good friends with him, so I'll talk to him. I'll be like, yo, talk to. I think his name's Jeff. I don't even remember. Is his name Jeff? Did he say his name?
No, he didn't.
Okay, I think his name's Jeff, and he's cocky and he's kind of like I completely believe what you're saying when he's like the owner won't do it. It's like, yep, that sounds about right. Like he
I don't
is, but
understand it though. I don't
I know
understand it. Like,
I don't understand it at all. But I also, as far as the Game Craze owner is concerned, I believe it. I definitely believe it.
It's whack. Even with GameStop, like if I'm GameStop, okay, why do I not see sponsored by GameStop and so many more events and stuff like that? If I'm GameStop, I sell fight sticks. Like I have them in there. I have all this gaming accessories and memorabilia and all that. Why am I not putting my name on every single thing locally, regionally, statewide, nationally, all that I can? It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, yeah.
But I don't own it, so I don't know, you know?
Yeah. And like it brings up another point is when we started talking about this, you said like we were mixing around GameStop and Game Craze, and there was a moment where I had to remember which was which. That's how irrelevant some of these game stores are. I'd put my name fucking everywhere. I was like, wait, Game Craze is okay, that's the local one. GameStop, okay, that's the EB one. Like the fact I had to think about which is which just shows how irrelevant some of these stores are now. So like I don't know why you would not want to advertise constantly.
Is stupid to me. I don't, you know.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you talk about like GameStop and all those that are like getting rid of equipment, it's like just throw a damn sticker on it and give it away. That's free advertising. Why are you throwing it away? Just put your shit, just put your name on stuff. Like that's marketing 101. It's exposure. You build familiarity with the brand because people see it all the time. And they're like,
listen,
I saw this on a controller. They must know what they're doing with their equipment and with the games. Like, that's all it is. You just get your name out there. Like, so many better things to do than just break this shit on purpose.
When I heard about it, it was just the dumbest thing. I'm like, yo, you really don't want people to, like, you'd rather break some shit than just to give it to somebody who could use it and play with it and be like, yo, I got this for free from GameStop. Do you know how many times advertising or just getting the word of mouth from your friends makes the difference of whether or not you buy something?
Yeah.
And think about it. Fight sticks. The reason why people will buy Quanba or whatever it is literally because somebody in their community said, "Oh, look at this," and they let them try their own. Like, yo, no, here, see how feel how that button pop back? Oh, look that, and it's interchangeable parts. Yada yada yada. Not and it sold more fight sticks because somebody gave them a free sample of what it was. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I don't know. I just I didn't understand the mindset of it. Even if they weren't supporting my event, even if you say, you know what, whatever, but like I don't understand why I don't see some of these gaming companies that have been around for so long, why they aren't more a part of not just the FGC, but shooting Overwatch and Fortnite and Call of Duty and all these other scenes who are out there in racing communities and the F1 series and sports games and all that. Like why they're not more a part of what we have going on already. It doesn't make sense. Like you're not to the point where you're too big to where you don't need us no more. And think about it, GameStop, I don't know if they did or not, but remember they had to close 200 stores at one point in time nationwide.
Yeah.
And so like the fact that you have to close 200 stores, that's not a sign of growth. You know what I'm saying? That's showing that you have too much on your plate and you had to consolidate. And like think about it. Now they're trying to do the whole arena thing now. Like now they're trying to do kind of what AGN is and what some of these other places that are popping up are. Like you can buy and sell, but you also can just play the games here. We'll host tournaments here and we'll host events here and stuff like that. But like they're still not connecting with the community enough to a point where the community's like, hell yeah, I can't wait till GameStop open this arena because I'll be there instead of my local place, you know?
Yeah.
Which is good for people like me, but it sucks for GameStop to feel like in Game Craze to feel like, yo, like and again, it's not to just say like they're trash altogether, but like I think that mindset is trash to not want to do the best you can to connect with your community because at the end of the day, like if we don't buy your shit and we rather go to Amazon, you going broke, homie.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we could make a whole episode on the dumb decisions that like GameStop is making. I mean, they're like buying back stuff. Like it's a meme. Like there's so many things about that company that are just fucking up constantly. And
we might have to really go in one day. I'm going to go live from here one day when we do that, just so like
all
my Facebook friends could chime in because I can only imagine the amount of people who want to just talk shit or be honest about their experience. I've had some dope experience at GameStop, but it's always been the employees, not the policies. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The employees are great. The big business side of it is a clown show.
Booty butt cheeks. Yes, it is.
Yeah, like I'm surprised they don't make the employees wear clown shoes to make themselves feel better about themselves. They're like, no, you're like us. See, you're wearing the same shoes.
I immediately thought Ronald McDonald. I don't know why. Just move on.
Yeah, they look like Ronald McDonald. They thinking more like Grimace.
They eat like Grimace, I'll tell you that.
I'll give you $1.50 for this game.
Ronald.
Yoo-hoo.
Come on, cut it out. What's next, man?
The last thing is the Strive patch.
Okay.
I played a ton of Strive, and I'll probably play it tonight. And that's not to say that the patch is amazing, but it is pretty good. They changed a lot of stuff. They kind of fucked my character. They fucked Geo a little bit because even though they see it was a let me pull up the patch notes real quick. It wasn't like when you read it, there are some things that are really cool about Geo. I'm just gonna talk about my character because I'm a little butthurt. So this is like this is a soapbox 2-minute thing. Is that they buffed everyone's like neutral with dash cancels and like everything else.
I saw that. I saw that. A lot of that.
So everyone's neutral is stronger, and that kind of screws my character because that was one of her strong points. And now that everyone's buffed, it kind of just takes it away. But there's some good stuff about her. So I've been playing Geo all weekend. I think I put, no joke, I mean, I was streaming on the Safe on Talk channel last night for I think like 6 hours. Like just grinding through stuff. And I think it's a great patch. I think it's good. Kai is like stupid strong now. Soul got a little bit of a nerf. It looked big, but it wasn't. Ram, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do with her, she's still gonna be strong.
Good.
So just the way she played. You shut your mouth. What was that?
I
will end the
play
stream
Ram.
right now. Did you just say good?
I don't play Ram, but I like it.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
Yeah, you do. You love me.
I do, but a little less.
That's fair.
I went from a 10 to an 8. Like right there. You get 8. You get 8 love now.
Fine. I'll accept that. It's still good.
No, but I think the patch feels really good. It plays like it's so weird with everyone's neutral being stronger. You would think it wouldn't make that big a deal, but like I noticed it. Like the first day that the patch came out, I read the patch notes and I didn't like read them. Like, I mean, I read them at like 3 a.m. And I was like, I'm fucking tired, and I didn't really read it. And then I played the next night, and I was like, I couldn't get in on some characters. Like I couldn't get in, and then I was like, yo, I think they really buffed people's neutral game. Like I can't get fucking close to some of these people. Like people that were like tough to get into felt almost fucking impossible. So and I like looked it up, and I was talking to Naj, and I was like, man, I can't get in on people. Like this is weird. And he's like, oh yeah, they buffed everyone's neutral. And I was like, oh, did they? And he's like, yeah, quite a bit. And then I started watching people's streams, and they're like, yeah, everyone's neutrals is pretty buffed. And like, yeah. So long story short, I recognized it immediately. So it's not a small change because I had no.
You think that's good or bad for Strive though?
I think it's bad for me. I think it's good for the game.
That's a fair assessment.
I think it's good for the game, but I think it sucks for me. But you know, it felt better. I think certain characters that were getting shit on, like Faust, feels a lot stronger. I don't think I played as Zato. Potemkin felt the same. I haven't played many Maze at all, and I think that's because she actually got one of the hardest nerfs. Maybe people are just trying new characters. And I've been playing in the park, so I've been playing like the ranked. So it is a lot of people like trying new characters.
Which is smart. You know, let me give it a shot. Maybe I'll connect now.
Yeah. And one thing hasn't changed. Fuck this dude. He's so fucking annoying. Like I can't.
Yo.
Like I
watch
had to
playoff. Like people play him, and I'm like, yo, I just know. Like that's how I used to feel about Axel when I played Excerpt. Like, damn, I can't get in on this motherfucker. What's going on?
Fucking Happy Chaos is worse. I almost pulled up a replay from last night on the stream just to be like, yo, watch this 30-second clip. And then I was like, and then I didn't. I got lazy and I didn't feel like pulling it up and figuring out how to do that.
I understand.
But I was like I had like many woosah moments because I was streaming too, and I was like, oh yeah, he got me. Yep. Yep.
You ready to throw your monitor across it?
Yeah, I was ready to throw my stick into my monitor. I was about to break multiple equipment with one outburst, but it's he's just so hard, and I don't play against him that much because I'm I just started
Right.
like really playing again.
Right.
So for all I know, there's like, yo, you just got to do this. But I don't think that Tech is out there. I think he's just once he hits you once and he gets in the corner, you're just fucking. Well, as a Geo especially, like I'm
Yeah.
literally just sitting there like dash block, nope, hit me, dash, but nope, dash, but I'm getting close. Oh nope, he hit me.
No, not anymore. Back
But
up.
yeah,
Other side.
I don't think any amount of nerfs other than taking him on the game are ever gonna make him bad. But like, hey, man, I'm fine with him being in the game. But he's just such a pain in the ass. The
I,
nerfs did nothing in my opinion.
yeah. If you're a zoner, you absolutely just like jizz a little bit when you choose him as a character because Captain Chaos is just wild, bro. Like I watch the gameplay, I'm like, yo, I would lose my mind if I had to play against that on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
And I don't see a lot of people play Happy Chaos here in Rochester yet, but like just because I don't see it, don't mean they are out there. So
Yeah,
hell, I'm interested to see this first tournament on Saturday, like
I was
how
gonna say we might see
how
it
it
on
shakes.
Saturday.
You know what I'm saying? How it shakes things up with Strive. I know Max learned how to deal with Happy Chaos, but I don't know if Max has figured out anything since this patch. You know what I'm saying? All I know is Max is like giddy about Nago though. So
Yeah. No, he's a Nago player through and through.
oh man.
And he'll probably still win Saturday, but
Come on. Well, you never know, man. That kid from Buffalo was tough, man.
Is that the Zato?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
tough. No. Well, I don't know. The Zato player, the guy who's Zato like the whole tournament, that was Gibbs, and Gibbs is good too. But Gibbs is more of a Tekken player, so I was actually surprised to see him switch over to Strive because like he was winning Tekken stuff too, you know.
Yeah. Didn't Gibbs send Max into losers that one week?
No, it was the Buffalo kid who sent Max in losers,
Oh,
and
who
then
does he
Max
play?
just beat him 6-0. Gosh, who was he playing? I got to go back and look, man. This is why I got to start
Yeah. No biggie.
recording tournaments now because, you know,
No, you're good.
we had some good shit and I missed. But I forgot who we played. It wasn't Zato though. I don't think it was Zato. But yeah, he was mixing Max shit in the beginning. I was like, damn, he really whooping your ass. What happened? You know? But
Yeah.
Max figured it out, so it is what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about all I can think of the Strive patch. I'm still playing it. Next Tuesday, if there's anything extreme that I want to rant or say is really good, I will. But I honestly, it's blatantly a move in the right direction for this game. I think Absolutely. That's the point I want to drive home is some of the changes they made, where they feel really good.
Right.
They're doing the right kind of buffs.
Right.
You know what I mean? They aren't just nerfing shit. They're doing riskier stuff where they're like buffing universal shit. So they're changing the base of the game. And as long as they do that for the better, which in this case they did, that's an exponential like advantage. You know what I mean? So they're making big changes that are positive.
You want characters to feel playable. Like that's the whole point of having a game. Like I don't want to feel like my character is not playable in tournament, or damn, if I want to win or have any kind of success, I cannot pick XYZ. So universal buffs, like you said, like that, if it makes my character more playable, more viable, if it makes me feel like I can at least play the game with you, then it's a plus.
Yeah. No, so yeah, again, that's all I can really think of. It just positivity all around Strive. I mean, I played it all weekend because I'm really enjoying some of the changes, and it feels harder for my character, but it still feels good. The game's still mad fun, and another reason is because I ain't trying to go 0-2 at Ultimatum this weekend. Like, I don't want to say that because when I come and walk up to you and say, yo, I went 0-2, I'll see you later. Like, I'm gonna feel real dumb, but I am putting in a little bit of work to try and do a little bit better.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's about it. We're at about an hour and 10 minutes, so I think it's a good place to stop. Unless you got something else you could think of?
No, and also real quick, think about it. How it that patch revitalized you playing the game, and it made you jump in and like really give it a shot and kind of delve deep into it. So I think that was also a win too for Strive to like to get a player who like, man, I don't know, and to get you back into like, oh, wait a minute, like this is a little, even though you admit it, you're frustrated, you also can admit how it was a good move in the right direction for the entire game.
Correct.
So,
positive.
I think that's a super win for Strive.
Correct. I'll take that negative if it's a bigger positive that more people play the game and feel like
that's a fact.
they can't play.
Because there's more people to play with, right? Right.
Yeah, I'll cry in the corner and I'll watch everyone else have fun, and I'll be like, it was totally worth it.
It was
I'll
great.
give.
I love it. I promise.
Yeah. I want to preface this by saying that she always still she's decent. She's never in top 8 because she's kind of readable, but she's still a good character and she's still fun to play. It's not like she isn't Anji.
Early.
She's not Anji, so you know what I mean, or like old school Loust. So
yeah.
So I'm kind of doing it as like a joke aspect that she's like nerfed, but she did get a nerf, and I do get grumpy about it sometimes, but I really can't bitch because she's still pretty fucking cheap. So
if they nerf Jax, I would be salty about anything they nerfed on Jax. So I understand.
Yeah, yep, absolutely, never a fun time. But all right, I think that is gonna do it for us, people. Tournament this Saturday. Rock City Run Back is I almost said throwback. Rock City Run Back and Ultimatum. What number? What are you up to now? 19, 20?
We are not
304.
We're up like 24, and that's
24.
Rock City Run Back. We're up like 27.
I was close. 304.
Yeah, you were close. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. 19, 24, 25 off.
Yeah, we ain't playing Price is Right rules, so
we're not.
Over's still okay.
All right,
come on down this Saturday at the Bryan Stratton College campus.
That. Look at you.
And I will be there, and I'm excited. When Strive starts, at noon or 3? You could tell me after the stream, but
it goes so fast. I think it's 3.
I hope it's 3. If it's not, I'll still be there, but I hope it's 3, so I can sleep in a little bit.
I understand. I'm starting at noon, just so you gotta get up early now.
Yeah, and I will put this up on Thursday for everyone, and hopefully we will see you on Saturday. If not, come stop in next Tuesday, or keep waiting on the Thursday episode releases. And thank you everyone for watching. And Naj, I saw you in the chat. Always appreciate it.
Naj, what up, baby?
And we love you guys, and we will talk to you either Saturday or next week.